today I convinced Virginia to go from white to brown, so it warms it up.
It does.
And I'm going to put a shoji door over in front of that sliding glass door, and I think it'll look a lot better. So
yeah, the brown really looks pretty, Mel. Really like it. Now she's doing the window. So what you doing, Mel?
I'm painting this window frame and the sill brown to match the other two windows that I just did over the other window and the sliding glass door that I did over there. And I'm doing this to warm it up.
Nice. Let's go take a look at the sliding glass door that you just did. There it is. And the other window. And it matches the rest of the windows in the house as well. Definitely made a big change. And it'll also match the other windows in the house.
What you doing?
Taking pictures of the furnace so I know what model number it is.
Can you say that again a little louder?
Taking pictures of the furnace so I know what model number it is so that I can do a little bit of research.
And why are you doing that?
Because the furnace isn't working right now, so I have a problem. I'm not sure what the problem is, but propane, AC, it is model number 8241. So I see that, and now I can YouTube it and find out what the problem is, possibly why it's blowing cold air. So the furnace is blowing air, but not hot air, so nothing is getting to.
So maybe it's not lighting because of a thermostat thing, one of those little copper
There's
tubing.
3 different things that can be going wrong with it. This here is a connection point where if I take that out, there's a little button in here that has tabs on it. That's one of them that could be going wrong. It's only like $15 to replace that part.
Is it a fuse?
It's kind of like a fuse.
And to the right of that,
that
looks like the propane hookup to the right of it.
Yeah, the propane is on right now, which really should be turned off since we're not using it, but propane at the tanks is turned off, so I'm not worried about that.
Maybe the igniter switch is bad, and that's why.
Well, there's no igniter switches on these. They're different names. I don't know exactly the names of these things, but I'm going to find out what's going on.
All right, let us know. All the frameworks were painted brown, including the door, the window, and over here. That window's wood, so we're going to leave that frame the way it is, but this was painted white. So we painted this brown, and this window was also white, so it got painted brown. So they also match the framework that's around the windows in there, in the original part. This is the addition here. So I put gray caulk down here along the edge to match this and fill in a little gap over here. And then I got a little bit of it, you can see over here. I got it on the wall. So now I went and bought this color paint, this wall paint, and I'm redoing the whole thing, and looks fresher, that's for sure. So I got all the way over to there yet, and then that's it. This will be fresh. So there's this massive crack, as you can see, on the driveway. Virginia's filling it. We're doing it together. I stopped the film, and I did that today, but I did underneath the door. I think I showed that at one point, and I just filled in a few cracks that were left over there. I got a little bit more to do over there, but it does turn gray. You can see I did a little there, and probably need to do a little over on that side too. So I filled as many cracks as I could, even down in that area. And we'll see how this holds up. If not, like I said, I will use a caulk that's for cement. That's hard to get at, so that may just end up being caulk all along there. But the driveway is pretty sealed, so I think we're in good shape with that. So I just got done making this mirror. It's a 1/4-inch mirror, it's plate glass. And I just used some simple pine. You can see on the back, I used some pocket hole screws. I didn't bother staining the back, you're never going to see it. But you can also see how thick the glass is, mirror. It's old mirror, so I thought it was kind of cool. And I think that hook will be enough. It's a pretty heavy duty hook. I think that'll be enough to hold it on a wall in a stud. And I'll hang that tomorrow. So I built these shoji doors yesterday. They're put together with pocket hole screws. Pretty simple. And I'll put, these are the doors. I've got to print an image yet, and they're about 11 inches. Each panel is 11 inches wide by about 80, probably 80 minus 7, but a little bit more. You gotta give it a little bit more, so 75 probably, or 76. So I have a little bit of extra because I will tape it to the back side. These are the fronts. I'll tape it to the back side and the image, and it'll be a consecutive image. So it'll be a square image, and I'll have 4 parts to it, and I'll print each part separately and probably in black and white, and tape it to the back, put a molding of some kind to hold it in place. I've done other shoji doors. I'll try and put a link below. I think I made any. I'm not sure. I have a Fine Crafts YouTube channel also, so I might have put something on there. Anyway, I'll show you this more tomorrow. I actually put these in tracks. I'll show you something right now, how I did this in tracks, so you got an idea what I'm talking about. So this is a shoji door that I made, and this has been stained with dark walnut, and I put this funky root handle on it. And those are the tracks that I was telling you about. I actually leave a slot and a slot. There's 2 doors like you saw outside, and then these tracks that the doors slide through. And the same thing happens up at the top. So it slides, and there are the 4 images. Now these are wider. This particular space or sliding glass door is wider than the one I'm working on. So these are about 15 inches wide each, these images. And this was also done in a sepia tone. I want to do a black and white for the other one. And I'll show you that process when I get to it.